What's good, everybody? Lando here, and welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time, welcome to Gear Remedy, where we talk switches, keys, and everything PCs. Today, I actually wanted to take the time to introduce our guest, the RT100 from Epomaker. It's a keyboard that I've actually had the chance to try for a while now, and I'm super excited to talk to you guys about my experience with it and what do I actually use it for, because let me tell you one thing for sure. I do not use this as my primary gaming keyboard, but I actually do use it for other stuff, and we're gonna get into that later. Okay, now before we get started, everybody needs to know that Epomaker did not send me this keyboard and they're not paying for this review, but I'm still open to the idea. So my edition of the keyboard came with the innovated smart screen. In the back of the box, you do see that it's gasket mounted, it has the hot swappable, customizable knob and everything. But let's see what's in the box. This was the keyboard as soon as I was done just setting it up, and I was just so excited to show you guys that you can even add your own little GIFs and stuff like that on the keyboard. But one thing to notice is that when you add that little TV screen, it actually sticks out a little bit more. So it gives it a little bit of that awkward angle, but it's nothing too crazy. Now, my keyboard was the retro white. It comes in different colors, but to me, the retro white was what stuck out the most. Okay, now let's look at the wire. The wire itself to me was very surprising. I felt like it was very high quality. It wasn't something that was knitted or like the other fabric cables, but I did really enjoy the thickness of the cable. It really gave that retro feel. The next thing that I really appreciated about this cable is that it had that little orange detailing to it. And to me, nothing is more important than brand identity. And I feel like Epomaker really nailed this one. They really made their wire unique. They didn't make it look like a general wire that you get with almost any other budget keyboard. The next thing that I want to talk about is the key switcher. Honestly, it's just basic. It's it's the same as every other brand. Okay, now I know a lot of people have an issue with gimmicky stuff, but I have to talk about this smart TV. I thought it was fun. I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea, but to me, I feel like, again, those small details sometimes go a long way depending on the price range of the keyboard. The other thing that I really wanted to talk about is the legend of the keyboard. It's thick, it's bigger, it really keeps that retro theme. But the only thing that I did have to say is when I was looking to how to install the TV, you actually have to remove the USB key. So you have to go into the wireless mode or just completely put this somewhere else, because when you do take it off, you don't have anywhere else to put it. But then that is what gives you the opportunity to actually just plug in the TV. But again, there's no place to store that USB. If it was me and the Epomaker had to remake this keyboard, I would probably either just add an extra slot maybe at the back of the keyboard, because as we're seeing right now, the back of the keyboard is actually a little bit bare, right? It does have like those cave-ins, it does have the two angle for the legs, but apart from the rubber that allows it to like not slide everywhere and those little legs for the adjustable angles, I just feel like it would have been a perfect opportunity to add that little storage back there. Now I want to talk about the keycaps because I absolutely love them. I know they're not for everybody, but these keycaps are phenomenal. They're made out of PBT, so obviously that's that. But what I do enjoy is the feel that they have to them. I feel like they really, and you could call me old, but they really feel retro. And they're so comfortable to type on that I tend to go back to this keyboard during my workday. So if I have any coding to do or anything like that, it's something that I really enjoy using for my day-to-day because they're just so comfortable. Now the switches themselves are the Visterio switches. So they're Epomaker's own switches. They're actually super, I feel like they're a little bit stocky with this keyboard, so that's kind of nice. I do enjoy it when I bring it to the office, not without going with more silent switches, but I did really enjoy them. Okay, now we need to talk about the RGBs. That was one of my biggest concerns when getting this keyboard. It's the fact that the RGBs were south facing, but I have to admit, Epomaker really came through, because the way that they interact with the switches and the fact that the light still is able to work with chariot profile keycaps, I really have to admit Epomaker came through there, because I was able to see a lot of light even in a very lit room. Another big surprise from this keyboard is that it had a very nice spacebar. So no matter where you pressed on it, the whole spacebar would go down. So I was curious and I decided to see what was happening under the hood. After what felt like hours of struggling, I was finally able to take off the keycap and just find out that there was like a layer of foam and two supports on each end, and I'm wondering, is that what maybe made it feel so good? If you know, let me know down below. Okay, now if you've made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you very much and welcome to the ASMR session. Before we get going, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see some more.